Well, my dear children, I am Mr. B.K. Jayasimha, retired high school teacher from St. Joseph's Indian High School, Bangalore. We are back for the second part of the lesson, arithmetic progression. And what is it that we are starting the day with, right? Okay. This is the second part of the lesson, as I told you. Probably we will be recalling whatever we have learnt in the first session. It is always good to recall what has been learnt in the previous session. So, this is what we have learnt in the first part of the lesson. Now, we will take up probably some problems in the second part of the lesson based on what we have done, right. Here I have given you an arithmetic progression 2, 6, 10, 14. This is just to identify the first term and the common difference. By now you will have done it. A is the first term and D is the common difference, right. One more example probably. See, you have minus 3, minus 8, minus 13, minus 18. Probably you need to identify the first term and the common difference. First term anybody will identify, okay, it is minus 3. But to identify the or to make out the common difference, you must be careful, especially when it involves negative numbers, okay. After all, it is second term minus first term or third term minus second term and so on, am I right? Okay, that is good. So, please observe here, A is the first term which is minus 3 and D is minus 5. How did you get it? Minus 8 minus of minus 3. Remember, second term minus first term, minus 8 minus of in the bracket minus 3. Minus into minus is plus, minus 8 plus 3 is minus 5. So, thereby you are able to make out what is the common difference. Excellent, that is good. So, one more example probably 0, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, etc. Okay. 0 is the first term, correct. What is the common difference? 2.5 minus 0, 2.5 or 5 minus 2.5 is 2.5. So, common difference is also obtained, that is good. Okay. So, this is just a drill work, kind of a drill work to make sure you are very clear of identifying the first term and the common difference, and especially when it involves negative numbers. 2 by 7, 2 by 7, 2 by 7. First term A 2 by 7. Common difference, observe, second term is also 2 by 7. First term is also 2 by 7. 2 by 7 minus 2 by 7 is 0. So, here it is an example for an arithmetic progression with a common difference 0. This is what I told you in the previous session. Common difference can be 0, can be positive, can be negative, okay. That is good, that is wonderful. Again one more example, my dear children, root 7, 3 root 7, 5 root 7. What is the first term? Okay, anyone in the class? That is good, no? Wonderful, root 7. What is the common difference? Second minus first, 3 root 7 minus root 7, 2 root 7. Sir, why do you take second minus first always? Why don't you take third minus second? Take 5 root 7 minus 3 root 7. What is 5 root 7 minus 3 root? It is 2 root 7. Any two consecutive terms you can take to find out the common difference. Am I right? That is good. So, the first term is root 7 and the common difference is 2 root 7. That is wonderful. To continue with, here you have observed from the day 1 or from the first part of the lesson, we have been introduced to the terms A as the first term, D as the common difference and AN as the nth term. All these are real numbers. All these are real numbers, means it is some number that you know, either it is a natural number or it is an integer or it is an irrational number like root 7, correct. It could be a decimal like 2.5, it can be anything, but all of them are real numbers. That is wonderful. Okay, now I think we will work few simple problems to make sure we are able to apply whatever we have learnt very effectively in solving the problems. That is very important. Okay. First problem, if the nth term of an AP is 3n plus 1, correct. Nth term of an AP is 3n plus 1. Then write the first 3 terms. Nth term they have given, correct. You have to find out the 3 terms, first 3 terms. Okay, wonderful. How do we go about? We write an is equal to 3n plus 1. Nth term is 3n plus 1. Now you want the first 3 terms. So find the first term, find the second term, find the third term. What is the first term? A1. What should I do? In place of n, put 1. An is equal to 3n plus 1 is the nth term. You want the first term, in place of n you put 1. You want the 10th term, in place of n you put 10. Am I right? Okay, that's good. So now shall we find out the first term? Yes, A1. Observe, in place of n I have put 1. So A1 is equal to 3 into, again observe, in place of n I have put 1. 3 into 1 plus 1. 3 ones are 3, plus 1 is 4. So A is equal to 3 plus 1, A is equal to 4. That is the first term of that AP. You want the second term, am I right? So take the same general form. What is the general form? An is equal to 3n plus 1. You want the second term. What will you do? In place of n, substitute 2. Am I right? That's good. So shall we do that? Please watch. Okay. Please observe. In place of n, I have substituted 2. 3 into 2 plus 1, 6 plus 1. That should be 7. Right. So the second term is 7. What else you want? You want the third term. How will you start? Write the general form. What is it? An is equal to 3n plus 1, right? Now you want the third term. So in place of n, what should you do? You should substitute 3. That's what you are going to do in the next step. Please watch. A3 is equal to 3 into, in place of n you have substituted 3. 3 into 3 plus 1. That should be 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. So these are the 3 terms, first 3 terms in fact, okay. And if you know a first 2 terms, you can write the entire arithmetic progression, right. So 4, 7, 10. 4 is the first term, 7 is the second term, 10 is the third term, 4, 7, 10. You have already observed 3 is the common difference. Go on adding 3, you get the remaining terms of that arithmetic progression. Shall we move on to the next problem, my dear children? Here I have an arithmetic progression 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, etc. Okay, that's good. And they have given you an is equal to 3n plus 1. Okay, that is the nth term is 3n plus 1. Okay. Observe here, what is A? First term of the AP, it is 4. What is the common difference? Second minus first, 7 minus 4, which is equal to 3. What is an? Nth term. Okay, they want you to find out the nth term. Nth term of any AP is given by the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Super. Now, what is A? A is 4. I have just substituted in place of A 4, correct? Am I right? And I do not know the number of terms, no? I leave it as n minus 1, and common difference is 3. So when you substitute, you get 4 plus n minus 1 into 3. I hope you have understood. I am not very fast, right? Good. Now observe, my dear children, you are removing the bracket, correct? 4 plus, remove the bracket, 3 into n, 3n, 3 into minus 1, minus 3. So you got 4 plus 3n minus 3. Okay. Next, what do? We keep 3n as it is. What is that 4 minus 3? What is that 4 minus 3? 4 minus 3 is plus 1. So an is equal to 3n plus 1. We were asked to find out the nth term. Okay. They gave you an AP 4, 7, 10 dash dash. They wanted you to find out the nth term. Nth term of this AP is 3n plus 1. You can verify. See the beauty of this. You found out the nth term, no? You try to get back the terms. In place of n, you put 1. 3 ones are 3, plus 1 is 4. That is your first term. 3 twos are 6, plus 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. That is your second term. Am I right? So, given an AP, you found out the general form. Having found out the general form, you can go back and get the terms of the AP. That is the beauty of it. That is how they are interrelated. Wonderful. Now, there is a very interesting fact here, my dear boy. What is that interesting fact? We all know nth term an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Excellent. And for this given problem, for this given AP, what is the general formula for the nth term that you have obtained? An is equal to 3n plus 1, correct? This is the general formula for the given AP. In general, An is given by a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay. Now, what are we going to do? Observe, An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, everybody agrees. Now, what have I done? I have removed the bracket, a plus d into n, dn, correct? Then d into minus 1 minus d. Please observe what is happening here. How did I manipulate it? I wrote it as dn plus a minus d, correct? So, in the problem an is equal to 3n plus 1. In the general formula an is equal to dn plus a minus d. Please watch what are we going to do, right? I had an is equal to dn plus a minus d, and an is also equal to 3n plus 1, correct? That means an is dn plus a minus d, and the same an is also equal to 3n plus 1. So, two things are equal to the same thing. dn plus a minus d is equal to an, 3n plus 1 is also equal to an. Two things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another, correct? An axiom. Thereby, when you compare, in place of d you have 3, that is the common difference. See the beauty of it, right? Please understand. Suppose the general form is an is equal to 3n plus 1, it is in the form of dn plus a minus d. In place of d, what have you got? 3. That is obviously the common difference, correct? See, dn, that d is the common difference. It happens to be 3 here. Please check in the given AP, 3 is the common difference. What is that a minus d? A minus d is 1. What is a? First term 4. What is the common difference? 3. What is 4 minus 3? 1. Correct? So, that is how, why we gave this fact as interesting fact is, if it was for 1 mark, if it was suppose the general form of a particular AP is 3n plus 1, what is the common difference? Straight away you can write 3, correct? That is why we said we will discuss this interesting fact for you. A minus d is equal to 1, right? Okay. Now, my dear children, probably we will be working some more problems. Here you have an AP 10, 7, 4, 1, etc. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Let us see, right? Okay. Find the 21st term of the AP. Please note, take only the first row, that is the first given AP, right? 10, 7, 4, 1, minus 2, minus 5, minus 8, etc. That is the first AP. What are you supposed to find? The 21st term, correct? Which is the formula you are going to use? Correct. It is you have to find the 21st term, means you are finding A21. A21 is given by an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, no? Correct. Use that formula, let us see. So, here what is the first term in the given AP? First term is 10, a is equal to 10. Please make a note of that first, okay? What is the common difference? Please be very careful. Second term, you know, in a hurry, 10 minus 7 is 3, gone. It is second term minus first term. 7 minus 10 is equal to minus 3. This is where you need to be extremely cautious, my dear children, while making a note of A and especially making a note of D. So, I want the 21st term, that is A21. Who is going to help me? The formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. What am I substituting in place of n? 21. You want the 21st term, no? So, n is 21. So, substitute in the formula A21 is equal to A is 10, n place I have to put 21, 21 minus 1 into D. Please watch, D is negative here, minus 3. That is 10 plus 21 minus 1 is 20 into minus 3. Here children usually go wrong. You know, it is 20 into minus 3, correct? So, plus into minus is minus, that is 10 plus 20 into minus 3 is minus 60. So, the 21st term of given AP is minus 50. I am sure this problem has given you a lot of confidence. Given in AP, what is A, what is D? I want to find the 21st, 101st, 50th, 30th, find out, same formula, right? Excellent. Can anyone tell me which is the formula we are using to find out the nth term from the last term? Any term from the last term? Anybody? That's good, no? Wonderful. L minus n minus 1 into D. Super. Okay. So, it is L minus n minus 1 into D. That's good. Probably we will working a couple of problems based on this now, my dear children. See there. Find the 20th term from the last term of the AP. You are given an AP. What is the AP given? 3, 8, 13, dash dash dash, which is the last term? 253. Correct? Now, from the last term you want the 20th term, right? Okay. Please observe here. What is L? Last term. It is 253. Correct? What is D? 8 minus 3, 5, 13 minus 8, 5. So, you know what is L, you know what is D. Now, which is the formula that we are using? You all know by now, right? L is equal to 253, sabash. Any term from the last term, you want the nth term from the last term, right? It is L minus n minus 1 into D. Now, it is only a matter of substitution, nothing great in it. L is 253, please put 253, right? Minus, you want the 20th term from the end, 20th term from the last term. Therefore, n is 20. Substitute 20 minus 1 into D. What is the common difference? D is 5. From here it is just simple calculation. 253 minus 20 minus 1 is 19, 19 5 is 95, 253 minus 95 is 158, correct? Right? You can try out this. Go home and complete this 3, 8, 13, 18, 23, 28 till 253. From 253 come backwards and see which is the 20th term. It is bound to be 158, correct? Therefore, this is one of the simple formula to find out the nth term from the last term, any term from the last term. That is wonderful, my dear children. That is really good. I am so happy. Now, this is another important problem. Check whether 301 is a term of the AP 5, 11, 17, 23. You are given an AP 5, 11, 17, 23. Which is the first term? A is 5. Common difference 17 minus 11, 6. 23 minus 17, 6. 11 minus 5, 6. Beauty. So, you know which is the first term and what is the common difference. You want to check whether 301 is also a term of this, which means 5 plus 6, 11, 11 plus 6, 17, 17 plus 6, 23, 23 plus 6, 29, 29 plus 6, 35, 35 plus 6, 41. If I go on writing, will I get 301? That is what you want to find out, okay? Okay. Will we write and find out? No, we are all in 10th standard and we are all smart fellows, right? Samveda has given you that strength. Okay. How do I begin? I will assume it is there. 301 is going to come there. What if it does not come? Let us see. Correct? Let us begin on a positive note. 301 is going to appear in this. That is my assumption. I will assume with that. So, that will be my AN. Correct? 301 is going to come. That is my AN. Beauty. Please observe. What is A? A is 5. What is D? Second term minus the first term. 11 minus 5 is 6. Super. Now, I will use the formula AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. I know the nth term, no, AN. Okay, please watch. In place of AN, 301, in place of A, 5, and in place of D, I substitute 6. Any doubt in this? I assume 301 is there. So, I will start with the assumption 301 is there. So, 301 is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D, 5 plus n minus 1 into D. From here, it is mere simplification. 301 is equal to 5 plus, remove the bracket, 6 into n, 6n, 6 into minus 1, minus 6, correct. Check the next step please. 301 is equal to 6n, I keep as it is, 5 minus 6. What is 5 minus 6? It is minus 1. So, 301 is equal to 6n minus 1. Am I right? But remember, I have decided 301 is there. Now, it is time for me to really see whether 301 is there or not. Okay, how do I proceed? I rewrite it this way. 6n minus 1 is equal to 301. Next, what do I do? That is 6n is equal to 302. Correct, na? But I am interested in the value of n. Please have patience. N is equal to 302 divided by 6. Many children would write it as minus 6. Please remember, it is a product, 6 into n. So, if it is 6 into n, 302, n is 302 divided by 6. Divide, let us see what happens, correct. You get 151 divided by 3, correct. What is this n? It is the number of terms. I need you to have some patience and real good attention now. You said 301 is there in that sequence, in that arithmetic progression. If 301 is there in that arithmetic progression, 301 should have been 25th term or the 37th term or the 54th term. You understood my language? If 301 were to be there, it should have been 25th term or the 37th or the 42nd. That means that n should have been some natural number. It should have been 20, 35, 40, 52, 62, something. But what has happened here, see the beauty, n is equal to 151 by 3. Therefore, 301 does not appear in the given arithmetic progression. It will not appear in the given progression. Suppose you had got n is equal to 42. 301 is the 42nd term. If you had got n is equal to 59, 301 would have been the 59th term. But here you have got 151 by 3, correct? It is not a natural number, right? Therefore, 301 does not exist in the given arithmetic progression. I am sure you have understood, right? Okay, please, shall we move on? That's good. Please, next problem. How many 2-digit numbers are divisible by 3? Correct? 2-digit number starts with 10, right? And ends with 99. 10, 11, etc., etc., up to 99. How many of these 2-digit numbers are divisible by 3 is the question. See the beauty of it. See how arithmetic progression is going to rescue you. How it is going to help you. Please observe. Okay, let us write the list of 2-digit numbers which are divisible by 3, correct. First 2-digit number is 10, not divisible by 3, leave it. 11, not divisible by 3, leave it. 12, yes, 12, 15, 18, dash, 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 99. So now I have listed, sir, 12 is divisible by 3. 15 is divisible by 3, 18 is divisible by 3, so on and so on. The last of the number to be divisible by 3 is 99. Wonderful. You have listed. How many of them are there? From 12 to 99, how many 2-digit numbers are there? Are there 11, 13, 21, 24? I don't know. I will find out. How do I find out? I will first check whether it is an AP. 15 minus 12 is 3, 18 minus 15 is 3. It is an AP. Correct? Okay. My good old formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d should help me out now. Let us see whether it will help me out. What is the first term? A is equal to 12. Wonderful. What is the common difference? 15 minus 12 is 3. You know A, you know D, you know an, the last term you know, no? 99. See, I was telling you in the first session, A, an, D and n, 4 terms. Any 3 are given, you can find out the 4th term. That is what is happening here. You know A, you know D, you know an also. 99. So, all you need to find out is n. Excellent. Please observe. You need to find out the value of n. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into t. It is mere substitution, my dear children. An is equal to 99, a is equal to 12, d is equal to 3. So, 99 is equal to 12 plus n minus 1 into 3. Wonderful, correct? No magic. I am sure I am not in a great hurry. Being very simple, and since we are used to it, maybe I am a little quicker, right? Okay. Simplification, you need to be careful. What have I done? 12 is transposed to the left hand side. 99 minus 12 is equal to n minus 1 into 3, right? 19 minus 12 is 87. 87 is equal to n minus 1 into 3, right? How do I proceed? I rewrite it as n minus 1 into 3 is equal to 87, right? Or n minus 1 is equal to 87. Usual mistake is minus 3. Please remember, it is n minus 1 into 3. Therefore, you are going to divide. Therefore, it should be 87 divided by 3. N minus 1 is equal to 87 divided by 3. N minus 1 is 329s, correct? But I am interested in the value of n. N is equal to 30. Probably one more problem, my dear children. Let us see what is happening. It is an AP, correct? 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 6, 16, 16 plus 6, 22. Excellent. For this problem, they are saying determine the AP whose third term is 16 and the seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. Third term, what is the third term? 16, correct? Okay. What is the formula for the nth term? An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now you want the third term, no? Third term is given to be 16, correct? And the seventh term, please observe, exceeds the fifth term by 12. That means seventh term is 12 greater. Seventh term is 12 more than the fifth term. So, seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12 means I write that equation A7 is equal to A5 plus 12. Now, A3, what is A3? A plus 3 minus 1 into D. 3 minus 1 is 2, no? So, A plus 2D is equal to 16. Come back here, right? And call that as equation number 1, okay? Keep it separate. Now, come this side. A7 is equal to A5 plus 12, am I right? What is A7? Seventh term. A plus 7 minus 1 into D. A plus 6D. A5, A plus 5 minus 1 into D. A plus 4D, correct? A7, A plus 6D. A5, A plus 4D plus 12, okay? Now, just observe. What is happening? I am transposing A and 4D to the left hand side. A minus A, 6D minus 4D is equal to 12. A and A gets cancelled, no? A minus A gets cancelled. Beautiful, let them go, right? A gets cancelled with minus A. What is left? 6D minus 4D is equal to 12. What is 6D minus 4D? 2D. 2D is equal to 12. What is D? D is equal to 12 divided by 2, 6. So, I found out the common difference. So, common difference is 4. Now, go back to the first equation. What is that first equation? They had given you the third term is A plus 2D is equal to 16. Am I right? So, A plus 2 into, in place of D, substitute 6. 2 into 6 is equal to 16. A plus 12 is equal to 16. A is equal to 16 minus 12. A is equal to 4. Correct? You can write the AP. The required AP is 4, 10, 16. That is the required arithmetic progression. That's wonderful. Okay, probably we are summarizing this session now. So, now it's your time. You all have understood today's class, correct? My dear children, believe me, it is only when you work, and think, you will do well in maths. All the best. God bless you. Take care. Jai Simha, retired teacher from St. Joseph's Indian High School, Bangalore.